Karen has finally been able to say everything that she wants to say to ZAC. Sabrina is going to have an issue on her hands with Bio. And there is so much more than meets the eye with Logan. What's good, y'all? It's your good sis Erica Bain coming to you right here on Erica Bain TV with another Sistas video. In this video, we are breaking down season 4, episode number 20. As we come to the tail end of the season, we are finally starting to get a little bit more drama, a little bit more meat and potatoes when it comes to these storylines. And you know, your good sis, you know, to talk TV with, is here to talk about it with you. So let's get into this episode. So the episode opens with ZAC still taking the phone call with Tony, who is imploring him to come meet her at this hotel. She done flew in to come and talk to him. He talking about he can't do it tonight. He can't do it right now. Well, what else you got to do? You want to go to jail or you want to go home? You want to go to jail? You want to go home? This is not training day, Erica. Anyway, ZAC, I get it, baby. You scared. I get it. You annoyed. I get it. You have never been in this position before. However, keep your head, young blood. Keep your head. Move calmly and go and handle what you got to handle. Don't run from it. I was watching this conversation and I was just like, ZAC, just go see her. Matter of fact, take Fatima with you. She got your back. Like, this is nothing. Like, let's have conversations. Let's get all the information that we need before we start worrying, before we start panicking, before we start doing too damn much within our brains, right? Because we have a natural ability as humans to catastrophize any and everything when given the opportunity to. Go and see what the hell the lady got to say so that you can see what you got to do moving forward. Let the chips fall where they may, but make sure that you got all the information that you need. Now, one thing I will say that I was very annoyed with early on, when Fatima comes in, it's on the tail end of this conversation, and ZAC isn't revealing to her who he was talking to, what he was talking to the person about, and ultimately what has him in this like very weird, anxious space. She takes it as an opportunity to fall back and give him space and give him time to tell her, but she also doesn't disclose that Andi just called her and told her that, one, Hayden has all of this footage about the airport, and we know that he's focusing on ZAC, so there has to be, like, ZAC, is there anything that happened at the airport that we need to know about that Hayden could potentially find on video? Because, baby, if you would have mentioned that, he would have had no choice but to tell you who was on the phone with. Like, you withholding information as well. And I get it, like, both of y'all, like, are struggling with, well, actually, ZAC isn't struggling with trust. ZAC is literally trying his best to be what he has defined as a man, which, just from my assumptions and from me watching, looks like his idea of a man or a man within this relationship is someone who take care of everything, does not worry his woman with any drama or issues, bill, whatever. Like, she just don't have to worry about nothing. He takes care of everything. And while that's notable, that's not really partnership. And a woman like Fatima is more so looking for partnership than she is looking to be like taken care of or looking for a meal ticket. So I think that at some point ZAC is going to have to realize that he's going to have to readjust how he validates himself as a man if he plans to be in a healthy relationship with Fatima, because that's not her definition of a man. And if you want to be her man, then you might have to make a few adjustments. And I say make a few adjustments because also that definition ain't serving you either, ZAC. Like, you want to handle a whole bunch of things, but you are completely out of your depth. You are a hood Negro, fresh out of jail, was working at the airport. Who knows if you have a college degree? I don't know if you do or not, but like, you are 100% out of your league. You are 100% have lucked up. Let's not turn that luck into misfortune because we want to be ignorant and go at it alone, because we want to be narcissistic and in our ego bag and not ask for help or not bounce ideas off of somebody else who is in law school and pursuing a law degree, is currently an assistant paralegal, who has been able to navigate certain spaces like this before and has seen all of this happen before. Like, let's not be dumb. And I know that this is going to be an interesting, thing for men to hear when y'all listen to this video, but don't man me like that. Don't be my man like that. If I can damn help you, don't hide no stuff from me that I can help you with. all because you don't want to worry me with it, or you just have this princess. I don't know. I do want to be treated like a princess, but I also don't want our family, don't want our foundation, don't want you rocked to the core on some shit that we could have literally avoided if you would have just talked to me, that we could have worked through together. Like, that is what life is all about. Like, life is about meeting the challenges, evolving, growing, learning, experiencing what there is to experience in this world. And when you find a partner, when you find a lover, when you find whomever, you're supposed to do that with them. It's not supposed to be they just supposed to do it and you just supposed to sit there. But now, don't get it twisted. I definitely want to be pampered and loved on and queened out and all of that when the time comes, on vacation and little things around the house. But this is real deal. Like, you could lose your house behind this. You could lose your freedom behind this. You could lose all the money behind this. Let's talk this out for real. And ZAC is starting to piss me off because he, I think, is so much so still old ZAC, and it's these new situations that are making it more and more obvious. The only thing that has changed as of right now about ZAC is that he does not cheat anymore, but his mentality is still very much so the same. And this is probably going to be an unpopular opinion because I tend to give those when it comes to the whole love triangle between ZAC, Fatima, and Karen. But I also believe that ZAC was working against his relationship, even in like how Karen was trying to show up and help. Like, we heard them talk about how she tried to help him start businesses and do this and do that. He self-sabotaged so many damn things. Let's not do that here. Let's learn and do better moving forward, ZAC, because it's feeling very much so like you could lose this all in an instant and it will be 100% your fault, baby. So we ain't gonna have no sympathy, okay? You done got this good woman. You said the perfect woman at the perfect time. Use it. Use the resources that God has provided for you. Don't abuse them, but use them. And basically, ZAC spends the episode avoiding telling Fatima anything, trying to create this oasis-like experience in the home. She goes to take a bath. He decides to bring wine and still don't want to tell her what actually is going on or how things are shaking out. And we don't actually see ZAC and Fatima again until Karen pops up to have a conversation with ZAC. And at the very end of the episode, Fatima walks out on the balcony like, oh, okay, we doing this? Let's do it. But I ain't gonna go here yet. We're gonna talk about everything else, and then we're gonna circle back to my good sis Karen, and then to our good sis Fatima. Okay, let's go ahead and get Scary Gary out the way, because I cannot dislike this man more, man. Like, I have reached the pits of my disdain for this man. He runs back to the damn office after he storms out of Andy's penthouse, calls Aaron, and Aaron is right there like a good little boy and is placating to his little temper tantrum. And then ultimately he says some wayward ass shit to Aaron as well about, oh, well, your wife killed herself. Why did you need to say that? Because you're not a good person. I hope you really are starting to register how you're really not a good person. Like, Andy said that you need to be on medication and you talking about something, I need something. No, you really need to understand that you really do need something. Like, something is not right with you. For real. Like, it's giving you need to be committed and you're not safe in the world. Like, you are a menace to society at this point. He winds up back over at Andy's house. Andy's able to put two and two together because of how he looked at her and all of the vibes that he was giving. She finds out about he admits about the telescope and all that. And then Andy decides to storm her ass out because she didn't have it and she knows that he didn't change. He hasn't changed. Girl, about damn time. When Andy said, I'm stupid, I said, yes, you are.
Be the man in your life. Is that wrong?
I am so stupid.
But hey, that's the beginning. Now we can move forward. And I don't know how long this is going to stick, because it looks like in the preview she back in this damn penthouse talking to Karen. So clearly she ain't giving it up. She ain't going back to her house. She not focusing on what she been able to pay for, completely Xing Gary out of her life. But by golly, Miss Molly, I definitely enjoyed the theatrics of her storming out and actually taking a stance when Gary, and like really registering how crazy this man is and how inappropriate, narcissistic, and dangerous he is for her actual life. So, you know, I would take it. Hopefully by the end of the season, she actually sticks it and ends up back at her own apartment, because this penthouse ain't even that damn great, girl. Not for all the strings that it comes with. I'm good on that. Now, Danni decides to go out on this date with Logan, and they are double dating. And as soon as Bio and Sabrina shows up, he starts to think like, oh, haven't I seen you somewhere before? Bio is out here moving bitches, y'all. He moving them women. He is a part of sex trafficking. I know it's going to come out. They don't say that in this episode, but Logan decides to get his ass up immediately and storm out, and then comes back to try to explain himself at Danny's apartment, because Danni leaves because she ain't finna third wheel it. Bio makes some inappropriate comments about her beauty. You ain't gonna put Danni up on nothing, sir. She's staying with us. It's given very much so he wants to kidnap her and have her turning tricks somewhere in Bangladesh. No, thank you. Logan doesn't reveal much of anything. He just says that Sabrina needs to get a lawyer, brings up the bank robbery. And, well, I thought that he was like really focusing on Bio, but now that I think about it, he was focusing really on Sabrina when he was talking, and talked about she need to get a lawyer, and brought up the bank. And we already know that Q is trying to set Maurice up. He's doing all this talking in the house, and in the preview, which I will do the preview video, hit the subscribe button and turn on your bell notification so you don't miss out on my breakdown of the teaser and the trailer for next week's episode as we preview what's going to happen. But in there, we get to see Q calls Logan, is like, I got it. And it's basically like, I knew that he was recording Maurice when he was trying to coax him to admitting that Sabrina and Maurice put him up to robbing the bank. How the hell they put you up to putting a gun to their head? How that work? How y'all wake up from doing the do the next day, and Maurice says, you know what's really going to set off this orgasm is if you get this gun and put it to my head and then take me to my job and have me fearing for my life while you try to rob it. Q and Gary are really on a race to the pits of hell, and I just want to... Can Madam make a visit well, they all in Atlanta. This is all supposed to be the same universe. Madam, can you go handle these two raggedy Negroes for me, sis? Because I am tired. I really am. And every single week, all I keep saying is I'm so goddamn tired. Like, really, Tyler Perry? Now, all of a sudden, Q is working with Logan. Now you about to make me not like Logan. Because clearly, if you got Q as some kind of raggedy ass informant that is clearly lying to you, then you ain't as good at your job as I think you are, or thought that you were. And for all the women that you probably have saved, or that you parading around, Danni, that you saved, there's probably thousands of them that you didn't let fall by the wayside because your ass is dumb if you working with Q. Y'all, I'm over it. I'm so over this whole Maurice and Q storyline. But this is how I'm going to talk about this in another video. But next season, I have all of the synopsis for or the overviews on ericavane.com. So when new information comes up, y'all, we put it on ericavane.com so that y'all have it and y'all can put two and two together. But I remember reading that Q is going to start to work at the airport next season, and Maurice is going to go to jail. And this is exactly how it's going to happen. Q is setting Maurice up to take the fall for the bank robbery. This is how he may have gotten out of jail so quickly, because he said that he was going to go undercover and get in a confession or whatever. It's ghetto. I hate it. It's utterly ridiculous. And then we just gonna have to see it play out. Danni, I'm sorry, girl, because Logan seemed like he was going to be a stable place to land, but clearly he giving raggedy as well. But girl, you ain't ready anyway, so that is what it is. Sabrina, I'm still not sure about Bio. It is kind of giving sex trafficking. He's so enamored with the beauty of women. It's like, all right, sell somebody they beautiful once, but not too much. Not too much. Now let's get to the meat and potatoes that we got to talk about. Karen, honey, Karen, baby, my sweet sis, love. Have you lost your damn mind, or are you in the middle of losing your damn mind? You know what? I don't even fault her for showing up at ZAC's house, because we be needing this, y'all. We be needing this cathartic release. We be needing to confront whatever we feel or think something is and be hit smack dab in the forehead. pow. With the truth, I have no problem with how ZAC was in this conversation. I'm actually very, very proud of him. He was stern. He had boundaries. He was clear. But he also had very real moments of empathy. You could tell that he loved her. Loves her. Shout out to Devale for how he played this, because he really was able to portray, I have moved on. I am in love and moving on with the love of my life now. That doesn't negate the love I have for you. It doesn't negate the space that you have taken up in my life and the place that you hold in my heart, but I am on to something better for myself, and I need you to be on to that as well. So I ain't even mad at it. I just want Karen to get it. I want her to get it. And while I know so many people, I can just imagine the videos that are in the works right now coming out from other YouTubers about how Fatima's about to drag Karen. I don't even want to get on that bird app Twitter, because I just know that y'all are losing y'all damn minds ridiculously. I really don't think that Fatima's coming with smoke. I think Fatima's finna facilitate and mediate a very healthy decoupling conversation that provides clarity of how they are all going to move forward. Now, when the damn baby mama shows up, again, this is going to be in the preview. I'm going to get into the nitty gritty. That's going to be a different story. But when it comes to Karen and ZAC, Fatima's finna help usher out the end of this era. And I'm just praying that my good sis has some modicum of peace and perspective when she leaves this duplex. Karen, you going to be all right, mama. ZAC is not it for you. He is not the greatest love that you've ever had, and the best is yet to come. I love Ebony Obsidian. Just watching her in the scene. Y'all might not like it, but I feel like she humanizes Karen so much. The performance is so beautiful, so nuanced. And yes, I'm Zatima. I'm here for it. I love where they're going, but there will always be something about a ZAC and a Karen scene for me. And moving forward, I know that they're not going to be together, but I still want them to be in scenes together, because I love Devale and Ebony on screen together. Come on, let's get through this. Let's heal Karen so that we can get our best friend ZAC and our baby daddy ZAC to just be cracking jokes and providing comedic relief for us, and not necessarily a whole bunch of heartache. And that's my breakdown for episode 20, season 4 of Tyler Perry's Sistas. Let me know what y'all thought of the episode in the comment section down below. I'm glad that the episode provided more push, more action, more energy in all these storylines, because the last 3 episodes have been at best. But again, I want to know what y'all think. Let me know in the comment section down below. And I'll see you in my next video.